Howdy folks, and welcome to part 3 of Pokemon Crystal. I promise you this game's gonna speed up a lot from what it has been. I can't help it, the beginning part of the Pokemon games always drags on. And this slack-ass was nice enough to give us a Pokeball. At least I think he gave us 5. Anyway, we're gonna take Professor Elm's advice and go talk with our mother, because she can offer to do something very helpful. In all honesty though, you don't actually need to talk to her. Oh, something fantastic that Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal did is that it separated all your items into nice, organized packs. I fucking love that! Oh, my OCD is just feeling so fantastic with how it's so organized. Anyway, let's go and talk to our mom. Wow, that's a cute Pokemon. Where did you get it? Really? Really? So you're leaving on an adventure. Okay, I'll help too. But what can I do for you? I know, I'll save your money for you. On a long journey, money's important. Go figure. Yes, please save my money. Okay, I'll take care of your money. Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. You need to work as a team. Now go on. I'm sorry. So yes, your mother saves your money. I don't know how she gets a hold of it, but every battle you get into with another trainer, you once again get money. You get funds. Basically, you beat the shit out of their Pokemon and take their money. But a portion of it, probably like 25 to 30%, ends up going to your mother. Believe it or not, this is something fantastic, and I really wish that more Pokemon games utilize this factor. This feature, that's what I'm looking for, feature. Because it really helps save money, and money is something that's very important, especially for trying to do a quicker run-through of the game, such as myself. Anywho, though, I think that we should attempt to catch our first Pokemon. We're going to try and catch this Sentret. Sentret being one of the new Pokemon from Generation 2. It was not in... Well, actually, I don't think that's true. I actually think it was in Generation 1, or at least its coding was. But I could be mistaken. I know Hoot Hoot, Togepi, and Meryl were. I don't know who else was. Anywho, it's in the red, so I'm thinking this is our chance to catch it. So, if you recall from the previous game, to catch a Pokemon, you have to weaken it and then throw a Pokeball. And I like the Pokeball animation in this game. I like how it splits open and then it has the smoke puff and... Yeah, I like that. But huzzah! We caught our first Pokemon, and that Pokemon is Sentret. And of course, your Pokedex updates every time you capture a Pokemon. And once again, no, I'm not nicknaming any of the Pokemon for this playthrough. Again, this is the last game that's gonna be like that. Every other Pokemon game I do from now on, after Pokemon Crystal, I'm gonna be giving my incredibly dorky names to. So stay tuned for the next Pokemon games. But as it stands, we have so many Crystal videos to go. Seriously, there's a shitload. Anywho, I'm cutting out random encounters with Pokemon now because we've run into plenty. You guys get the idea. I want to speed this game up. So, as you saw, we're cutting them out. I, of course, am going to heal Sentret because, well, it got the shit kicked out of it before I caught it. You have to beat the crap out of Pokemon before you can catch them. And so they come into your team weak unless they go straight to the PC. Oh, believe me, again, Nurse Joy, you'll be seeing a lot of me. You'll be seeing a lot of me. I don't think that's actually Nurse Joy. I'm pretty sure Nurse Joy was actually only created for the anime/cartoon and all that, because you never see Officer Jenny. At least I don't think you do. Maybe you do in Pokemon Yellow. I seem to recall Officer Jenny in Pokemon Yellow, but it doesn't matter. You can still buy Pokeballs, potions, blah, blah, blah. Pokeballs are not available until after you get the Pokeballs from the aide at Professor Elm's lab. Why? I don't know, because they don't want you catching Pokemon early, I guess. I don't know why. It's not like it's gonna hurt anything, but whatever. So, we're gonna take Route 30 and make our way to Violet City. And ladies and gentlemen, After I get done talking to this idiot, we're going to be introduced to one of the most memorable and most annoying trainers you're going to encounter in any Pokemon game. Wait, you look weak. Come on, let's battle. So remember how I said the trainers over here have level 2 and 4 Ratatats? Well, meet youngster Joey. So, as I said, he has a level 4 Ratatat. See, I knew it was one of those. And our level 2 Sentra, it's a couple levels lower. It's probably not going to be able to take Ratatat out on its own. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure it's not going to survive another hit or two. So we're going to switch it over to Chikorita. Why? Well, because Chikorita's Chikorita. It's the only other Pokemon I have. For now, at least. So again, at the beginning of the game, you just need to spam Tackle. That's seriously all you can do. I mean, you could use Growl if you want, but it honestly isn't going to make enough of a difference at the beginning of this game. So yeah, just spam Tackle, and the Ratatat goes down like nothing. Or the Ratatat. Again, there are so many pronunciations for these Pokemon, and I honestly don't care. You guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, so I don't care what their pronunciation is. Pronunciation. Anywho, huzzah! We defeated youngster Joey. Ack! I lost again! Doggone it! And of course we get some money, and it gets sent to Mom. Do I have to have more Pokemon in order to battle better? No! I'm sticking with this one, no matter what. Listen, can I get your phone number? I'll ring you for some battles. I'm a rookie too, so I think it'd be a good motivator. And oh boy, folks. Youngster Joey here, he never fucking stops calling you throughout this game. Oh my god. Anywho, let's go ahead and try calling him because, well, I haven't shown that feature off yet. As I said in the previous part, I believe, or maybe it was the first part, I don't remember. This is the town map. It's no longer a key item, it's just part of the Pokegear. Hello, Crystal? We're checking the egg now. It does appear to be a Pokemon egg. How the fuck could they tell? Also, what about the stolen Pokemon? Anyway, as you saw, if you try to call someone that you're right near, like on the same route on the same route as them, the phone tells you to just go and talk to that person. Again, you can use berries from the item menu, so that's fantastic. It's a nice way to preserve potions. You're a Pokemon trainer, right? Then you have to battle. Fuck. I wish he was lying, but unfortunately he's not. Youngster Mikey? Funniest thing, I didn't know until just recently that they changed the box to Mike and Ike's. I fucking love Mike and Ike's, but I don't care for the new box art they have for it. I don't know, that's just me. I like the old one. There again, though, I like the old one from when I was little, and it was like two... No, I'm thinking of Runts. It was like two candies with sunglasses or something like that. I like Mike and Ike's. They're fantastic. Favorite candy in the world. But anywho, again, you just want to spam the hell out of Tackle or Scratch or whatever the fuck attacks you have to beat the hell out of Pokemon. So, Sentra hit level 3 from the last battle, and it's about to hit level 4. We're going to switch it out because this youngster, no wonder he beat Joey. He has a Pidgey and a Ratatat at the same level. And yeah, again, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I'm going to be cutting out the trainer battles before you know it as well, because seriously, you guys don't need to see all the tedium. I learned my lesson with Pokemon Red. And I tried to get through this game pretty quickly, and honestly, I think I did manage to go through it at a decent speed. It's just the beginning that seems like it drags on a little. But yeah, again, just spam the fuck out of Tackle. Don't piss around with Growl or Tail Whip or Leer or any of these moves. The only one that's worthwhile at the beginning is fucking Smoke Screen or Sand Attack. And oh my god, I love berries. Seriously, at the beginning, berries are so fucking helpful. In case you're wondering, berries grow back every 24 hours. Because, believe it or not, this game manages to keep track of time very, very well. Which was so surprising back in 2001. I did not expect that. Time is incorporated very heavily to this game. But we'll be seeing that later. For now, we beat Mikey. Becoming a good trainer is really tough. Not really. I'm going to battle other people to get better. I'm going to stand here and ambush every single trainer who comes from Cherry Grove. Jeez, I always hated that I have to battle Mikey. Drives me crazy. There should always be some way around a trainer. But anyway, I'm not a trainer, but if you look one in the eyes, prepare to battle. Yes, I know. Oh, fuck. Instead of a bug Pokemon, I found a trainer. Well, good for you, kid. Jeez. And, oh yes, the bug trainers are back. Or bug catchers, sorry. They're nowhere near as heavily incorporated at the beginning of the game as they were in Pokemon Red. Thank God. Caterpie is still Caterpie. It uses Tackle and String Shot. I mentioned this in one of the previous parts, but it has the exact same sprite as it does in Pokemon Red and Blue. I find that hilarious. I already mentioned this, but Yellow actually gave Caterpie a different sprite that I did not like. But anyway, I find it funny. This is one of the few Pokemon that have, like, almost shot for shot the same sprite as in Pokemon Red. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting stuff. And Sentret's doing a pretty fantastic job, I must say. Although I don't think it can take out this Caterpie. Yeah, so I switch over to Chikorita. And again, folks, it's pretty much just spam the fuck out of Tackle. And believe it or not, it's going to be like that for quite a while. Can you see why I'm going to be cutting out battles, like trainer battles, non-important trainer battles, after Part 3 here? Oh yeah, as of Part 4, I'm cutting out the trainer battles. We're going to do this, and we're going to get this game done quickly. I'm not cutting them all out, of course. I'm not that cruel. Battling's all part of the fantasticness that is Pokemon. Anywho, huzzah! Sentret hit level 5. And it learned Defense Curl. Sentret is a normal type Pokemon. I don't know if I learned... If I said that in the previous part. Or wait, we caught Sentret in this part, didn't we? Fuck. I ran out of Pokeballs while I was catching Pokemon. I should have bought some more, but you don't want to buy too many, folks, because, something that I always tend to do, I buy a shitload of Pokeballs and I always end up having so many left over by the end of the game. It's always better to have more than to not have enough, but still. Dark Cave. If Pokemon could light it up, I'd explore it. Kind of sounds like Rock Tunnel from Pokemon Red, does it not? Well, the big difference is that Dark Cave is right here, and there's actually quite a few Pokemon that you can capture in here. One Pokemon that I did not capture until later because, well, I didn't want to make the game too easy. But one Pokemon you can capture in there is actually a Pokemon called Teddiursa. Teddiursa becomes one of the best Pokemon in the game, in my honest opinion. Well, as far as, you know, non-legendary Pokemon go. Anyway, we found a Bitterberry. I believe the Bitterberry cures confusion. Like, it cures the confusion status problem. It's one of the only things that does. Whatever. Anyway, it's time for us to battle Bugcatcher Wade. How do I know his name is Wade? Well, he's very much like youngster Joey. He has 3 Caterpies and a Weedle, if I'm not mistaken. They're all incredibly low level, and they're so pathetically weak, you should have no problem taking them down. Seriously. God, I do have to say, I love Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal's music. Pokemon Crystal is by far my favorite Pokemon game. Generation 2 is by far my favorite generation. It beats out Generation 1 just barely. And a big part of that is the soundtrack. I love the music in Generation 2 so fucking much. It's also very visually stunning in comparison to red, blue, or yellow. Plus, you know, I don't have to use Pikachu. I fucking hate Pikachu. Not that I had to use him in Generation 1, but, you know, fuck you, Pikachu. I hate you. Huzzah! Level 8! And Chikorita learned Razor Leaf. Get used to this move, folks, because, you're going to be seeing it for a very long time if you chose Chikorita. A very long time. It's a fantastic move, but seriously, you guys have no idea just how long I'm talking. Anywho, Chikorita, unlike the grass starter of Kanto, or Generation 1, Bulbasaur, is just grass type. It is not grass/poison, so poison type attacks are indeed super effective against Chikorita. One problem with grass Pokemon as of Generation 2 is that they're kinda nerfed in comparison to Generation 1. In Generation 1, I even went out and said, I actually think grass is like the second best type in the game. In Generation 2, they've been nerfed somewhat. Not super terrible, but somewhat. But believe it or not, it only gets worse after Generation 2. For grass Pokemon, at least. Anywho, aww. Jeez, these first few battles give you so little money. Yes, yes, yes. I know I can catch Pokemon even if I have 6. So, unlike Youngster Joey, one of the good things about Bug Catcher Wade here is he often calls you, and I do mean often, but a lot of the times he calls you to give you berries. Yes, he'll give you berries for free because, I don't know, Wade thinks I'm hot. Or, not me. Ha! Wade thinks Crystal is hot, not me. Not me. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, it's another new Pokemon. It is Ladybug. I catch Ladybug here for a very specific reason. Ladybug has really high special defense. I mean, that's not why I caught it, but I'm just saying, it has really high special defense. And it is both bug and flying type, so I believe that is a 4 times resistance to grass type attacks. Good fucking god. Like I said, Grass really got the shit end of the stick for Generation 2. Anyway, do I think Ladybug's a fantastic Pokemon? Well, I like the idea of a Ladybug Pokemon. I think it's pretty awesome. But, as far as Pokemon go, its stats aren't that great. But huzzah, we caught a Ladybug. Apparently, it's the 5-star Pokemon, not the Ladybug Pokemon. Jeez. Anywho, that's 3 Pokemon, folks. Huzzah! I found a good Pokemon in Dark Cave. I already talked about this. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, this was part number 3. Stay tuned for part 4 where things go a little bit quicker. I'll see you folks next time.